Hello, and welcome to All Things Chosen, where we talk all things chosen. I'm Kay, and I'm so happy to have you guys here. I'm welcoming all my empaths, my light workers, my divine beings of love and light. Um, this is my first video for the channel, so we're just gonna take it with a grain of salt, okay? Um, Before I forget, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that you know when I upload new content, okay? So the first thing I wanted to talk about in this video, well, for this video, the entire video, okay, is the fact that you will go through a lot of hardships and crazy life experiences as a chosen one, okay? God gives his strongest soldiers the toughest battles, and he does that for a reason. It's not, a lot of times, we could go through life and we could think that, okay, so for instance, I know a few people who don't believe in God, right? And, when I hear people say that, it kind of hurts my feelings, it hurts my heart, because it's like, you don't even know how much you're like missing out on spiritually just because you feel like that, right? But then I look at, because you know why? I understand to a certain extent, like a lot of times when people go through hardships and just trials and tribulations in life, it's very easy to be down on yourself. And it's very easy to give up hope, you know? But when you stay consistent in your authenticity, then listen, everything is not going to be peaches and cream all the time. It's not. That's life in general, But for a chosen one, we have things that much harder. And a lot of the times, chosen ones, we're really humble. We're not like flashy type of people. We are not like, for one, I don't like attention. You know what I'm saying? I get anxiety when I feel like people are, you know, watching me for too long, or if people are staring at me. But I understand that it's the light, you know? I didn't always understand that. But as I grew throughout my spiritual journey, I have been enlightened to the fact that it is my light that attracts people. So your light will attract people. You know, it's just what it is. Um, stay consistent in your authenticity, right? Because it's very easy to let situations change who we are. If you're a weak person, it's so easy to be like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you just gotta, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but you just gotta be consistent. Consistency is key, and that's the truth. Like in anything in life, you just gotta be consistent with it. Okay? Don't let the actions of others change your character, because a lot of times, in my experience, people will try to bring out that other side of you because people might feel like you're a punk. Like, I have had experiences where people come at me a certain way because I'm little. I'm tiny, okay? I'm petite. I'm about 4'11", okay? And like 100 pounds soaking wet. So, but my personality, on the other hand, is that of a giant. You get what I'm saying? So God knew what he was doing. Trust me. He could not have made me any bigger than this. He doesn't make mistakes, you know? A lot of times you'll have people who come against your opinions. And from what I know of chosen people, we have integrity. We are people of integrity. So integrity and morals, like we have morals within ourselves, how we conduct ourselves and how we treat other people. And it's like, for instance, there's times where, there might be, first of all, I don't even like talking about like politics and things like that. Like, I just stay away from it. I don't really get into that stuff because it doesn't involve, it's like my world has nothing to do with politics. Like, I like nature and things like that, things that lift my vibrations. So I will, like, on my personal Facebook page, there's times where I'll make comments on social issues, and or I'll make a post about a social issue that someone may not necessarily agree with, right? But I didn't put it there to get anyone's opinion. I just put it there because this is how I feel about whatever the situation is, and I'm making that known, right? So there's been many a times where I have had people coming at me because my opinion was different than theirs. And they wanted me to change my opinion to match theirs. And I would not, because I feel how I feel for a reason. And you don't have to agree. And that's okay. But everybody doesn't think like that. You get what I'm saying? It's like we live in a bandwagon world. Okay? So if you're not on the bandwagon, then clearly there's something wrong with you. That's how people are in this world. I just don't get it. But whatever. Don't feed into people's low vibrational behavior, because sometimes it's not easy to get away from certain people, especially like if you have a certain type of living situation, or they're your family member that you live with and you just have to deal with them. But if we learned boundaries, it wouldn't matter where anybody was. You see what I'm saying? So it's okay to distance yourself from people who don't make your heart feel like sunshine. That's okay. You know, wish them well and let them go about their way, and you go about yours, because I feel like people waste a lot of time trying to validate themselves through other people's opinions. And if you're like me, man, listen, I was born by myself, and most likely I will die the same way. So in between that time, whoever does not agree with me and my lifestyle and how I choose to live my life, that's fine. Because as long as I'm not hurting anybody, that's all that matters. As long as God knows my heart, that's all that matters to me. Period. In this life. Okay? Yeah. So when I talked about God giving his strongest soldiers the hardest battles, those situations are meant to help you evolve. Like, from a child, you've probably been going through things. I almost drowned when I was 6 years old, and that's when I had my first spiritual awakening. Even though I didn't know what it was, I did have it. Because I remember that whole experience like it was yesterday. Okay. But I almost got hit by a car, right? No, not by a car, a bus. Um, I've gotten robbed at gunpoint. I have had a knife to my throat at the hands of someone that I loved. Um, and I have had 4 bones in my face broken by someone that I loved and did not get them arrested. You know, I have been stabbed by a family member of someone that I loved, so, but I just keep a positive outlook on life, because at the end of the day, if I let those things take control of this, then I won't be able to get out of bed every day and do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? I think about them as experiences and lessons, and those experiences help me learn how to deal with people, and what to look for in individuals in general, because you don't know a killer till he kills you. You see what I'm saying? So, as chosen ones, we have that spirit of discernment, and we have it strongly. And it's almost scary, because sometimes you might not even know why you don't want to indulge in a certain situation, but your spirit is just like, you might want to, right? But your spirit is just like, nah. And the same thing with people. Like, you might meet a person, and, like, let's say, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I had a friend that I was really close to. She and I were like kindred spirits, right? And she took me somewhere one day to hang around some people that she knew. And, it was cool. We were all vibing and stuff. And then this one person came out, and it was just like my spirit did not want to be around this person. I didn't know her, but I was just like, I don't know. It's something about that person. And so I said I was leaving, because this is what I do. If I don't like the energy, I leave. You know what I mean? So when I spoke to my friend again about a week or 2 later, she told me she had heard something about that same girl, and something that she had done to one of her friends, and it was just like, okay, so that's what it was, because, like I said, I didn't know her, but my spirit did. My spirit gave her a once over one time, and your spirit will do that a lot, and have you feeling like you're crazy because you don't even know these people, and why do you have an opinion of them? I also had a situation where I was living with someone I was in a relationship with, and we had like roommates, and the owner of the place that we lived in, the landlord, was a friend of mine. And I found out that there was something going on between my person and my friend. And, prior to this, I was very compassionate towards this woman. I was very helpful towards her and her children in any way that I could. I was very giving of myself to her. And when it came down to it, this person used to ask me to, hang out with them. And I would want to, because I felt like this person was, I felt like they were cool. I didn't have any issues. They didn't do anything to me that, this is prior, And, she would want me to come watch movies with her or just hang with her. And I would genuinely go to do these things. And then I'd be sitting there for like 2 minutes, and my spirit would be like, nope. And it would just be like an uncomfortable feeling for no reason, because nothing happened. It's just like my spirit knows the intent behind this person. Okay? So once that came out, that big secret, then it was clear to me why my spirit never wanted to be intertwined with this person who I found out was like a demon. Okay. But a lot of times people with demonic energy attached to them will be attracted to you like moths to a flame, because light attracts darkness. It's just what it is, you know? And as demonic as she was, she wanted to be a part of my light, but I wouldn't let her. You know, I just didn't know she was demonic. So it worked out because I just, you know, but I promise you, everything that happens to you and around you that you might feel is like not fair is all to teach you. Don't look at it as, oh, why is God doing this to me? He's doing it for you. Rejection is God's protection. Okay? Yeah, don't think for a second that these things that you go through, these unfortunate situations, are not meant to better you and help you grow and evolve, because they are. You know, a lot of things that we as chosen ones deal with, people couldn't deal with and still be like compassionate and things like that, right? So I'm just gonna say, you just gotta go within so that you don't go without. And even if you might not have the best of everything, I personally don't need to have the best of everything to be happy or content. I'm happy with myself. I know myself. No one can make me feel less than, right? Because I'm fully aware of who I am. I did not always think like this, but now, after everything I've been through, oh, you can't tell me nothing. You can say what you want, but I know who I am and God knows who I am, you know? So don't let lower vibrational people get you down, because that's what they do. Some people literally live to suck the energy out of you, okay? And you got to be able to block that. My block trigger finger is ready. I block people like there's no tomorrow. Because if you're not here to bring the same kind of energy that I'm bringing towards you, then you're not needed. And it may sound mean, but it's the truth. You know, a lot of times when you're straightforward, people take that as disrespect. But what did I say that was disrespectful? That I just don't want your negative energy around me? I mean, if you take that as disrespect, then that is a personal problem, because, you know? Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this here. If you like the video, click the like button. And don't forget to subscribe, like I said before, and click the little bell so you see everything that I upload in the future. I have a few more topics that I have to talk about, so I will definitely be coming back to talk about those. But stay in your light, stay in your purpose, and listen, we only live once, and the best way to live it is authentically. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you're doing fine. Okay? Okay. Talk to you guys in the next one. Love you. Later.